Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It is the October 31st Halloween edition of Pro Wrestling Throwdown Max. The Mighty Fury. The Mighty Max Fury. Max the Fury, the Mighty. Max the Mighty Fury.
Thanks, Junior.
Max, sorry. The Mighty Max Fury, our in-studio producer, Luke the Big Dog Williams. I'm Caleb Black, and we are going to talk about, in reference to our previous video, some of the worst Halloween-esque gimmicks that failed. We all know what the number one is, but we'll get there. So let's talk about some of the big ones. For me, the Yeti.
The dry humping is what you're getting
Bruce
at, right?
Pritchard, if it comes out of an egg, it's special. No, the Yeti was terrible. It was who was it under all that?
Reese.
It was Reese under toilet paper, basically, as a mummy character.
Yeah, that was it. It was totally and then him and the Giant proceeded to double dry hump Hulk Hogan in the main event of Halloween Havoc.
Just a dry humping away.
You know what the sad part about that is? They started that evening with a monster truck battle and ended it with a dry hump session. That is, in a nutshell, is WCW.
Oh, man. Yeah, the Yeti for me is among the top 5 Halloween.
It's definitely in there, yes. How about, I mentioned it earlier, RoboCop coming to save Sting against the Horsemen. Well, you know what? That was also a Halloween Havoc. I'm starting to see a gimmick here. No, horrible. The cool thing is that it was Peter Weller.
Yeah, it was the original RoboCop.
The only thing about that is that they had this whole thing planned for the whole RoboCop gimmick to come in and throw some clotheslines and shit. Till they realized that when they got the suit there and Peter Weller there, that the suit doesn't work that way.
No.
It's heavy. It's clunky. He can't take bumps in it. So they were like, well, what are we going to do? Well, he's just going to come out and show a gun.
He's going to bend the bars. And
yeah, that's it.
That's it. That's all they did. It was a
lot of money.
Oh, what a
But to the credit, it was Peter Weller. It was
but it was, again, like we talked about, it was because TNT owns RoboCop, and it was another lead-in thing. I think they were still producing one of the sequels at the time.
It was right after. Actually, I believe it was right after the last. Yeah. Or no, right after the first one come out. They were in pre-production for the second.
Something like. But just,
no one remembers RoboCop.
Just a terrible, terrible idea.
It was bad.
Horrible.
It was bad.
The Inferno. Hold on. What was it called? Not an Inferno match. The match where the objective was for Vampiro and Sting to set each other on fire.
The Human Torch match.
The Human Torch match, where it was supposed to go like 30 minutes, and it ended up going like 7, and Sting trades place with a stunt double.
Yeah.
And Vampiro sets the stunt double on fire, and then the stunt double falls. Just, again, WCW, baby.
The best part of that match was the pre-taped 10 minutes to the 17-minute match that was done in a graveyard.
Right.
That had been taped like 4 months earlier.
Right.
And then the attack dog attacking Sting that actually attacked Sting, like it bit his arm, all the shit.
It was so good.
That was pretty fucking horrible.
Just horrible.
Speaking of gimmicks that didn't go over well, how about the Chamber of Horrors? From, you guessed it, Halloween Havoc, where they fried Abdullah the Butcher in an electric chair.
The switch didn't work.
The switch, Cactus Jack is climbing the cage. And they've got this big toggle switch. And the funny part is it's set in the right position. Cactus Jack is climbing the cage. He reaches right where the toggle switch is, and the toggle switch falls closed. So Cactus Jack has to literally, on video, grab the switch, set it back into the off position, and then pull it down again. Horrible. Horrible, horrible. And you know what the sad part is? I didn't realize how horrible it was till I watched it again later in life. Because when I was a kid, I remember that match being epic.
Yeah.
And it's not by any means epic. Epic fail. But it was just one of those things, it's like you watch it fall, just thunk.
Yeah.
And Cactus Jack's just like, that's it. Yeah. That's all it was. And Abdullah the Butcher was electrocuted to death and come back the next night.
I know we said we were only going to do 5, but so many more popped into my head they have to be talked about.
Okay.
The May 19th, Kane versus Luke Gallows dressed as Kane. They do the...
Well, originally the May 19th gimmick was against Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, but Shawn had gone out for injury, which they did previously after, what was it, Vengeance, where Kane crushed his larynx or whatever. But leading to the premiere of See No Evil, which was Glenn Jacobs' first foray into horror movies, which, by the way...
Come out on May 19th.
Not a bad horror flick.
Movie.
Yeah, not
Second
a bad
one
horror
wasn't bad either.
But came out on May 19th, so they make it this giant deal on Raw. Anytime anyone mentions May 19th, Kane would just trash them. Mm-hmm. Then the May 19th edition of Raw happens, and it's the end of the show, and Kane's out there, and then fake Kane, which is clearly not Kane. It's Doc Gallows in a Kane costume with a mask that has a wig that doesn't fit Kane's original hair at all.
No.
He's only got the one sleeve, and the glove doesn't fit right. It looks fucking terrible. And Kane, they have a fight. They fight off of TV. They come back to, I believe it was Taboo Tuesday or
something
Cyber
like
Sunday,
Cyber
some
Sunday,
pay-per-view
like
where Kane loses to fake Kane, but then comes back on Monday Night Raw and just like tombstones fake Kane, and then it's done, and they never mention it ever again.
Also,
there was no reason to.
No.
So bad.
No need. Actually, Kane lost to fake Kane at that pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's what I said. Fake Kane won, and then real Kane came back the following Monday night and beat him, and then it was just no...
It's like, it hankers back to the Eric Bischoffs. Who we promoting here?
Right. Well, it's like, they tried to recreate, remember Undertaker versus Undertaker, which was somebody who actually emulated The Undertaker very well.
Was Chains from DOA.
And that match was kind of cool because they had the two Undertakers, and whoever wins is the real Undertaker.
Actually look like the Undertaker.
Right. And then you bring out Kane, and then it's just the mask and the wig.
You talk about May 19th and Kane and failed things, you have to talk about Katie Vick. It was a giant fail. Also, really hard to watch. Triple H dressed in a Kane mask making sexual advances
to a dead
body was just horrible.
Awful.
Just
awful.
Horrible. Although, if you went back and watched it, it is so it's so uncomfortable, it will make you laugh through the whole thing.
I don't know why, but that reminds me of Gene Snitsky punching the fucking baby.
It wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault. Oh my god.
And of course, the number one of all time. The goddamn Shockmaster.
You love the Shockmaster. Oh, it was so good.
You know what the bad part about that whole thing is? First off, the glitter-fied Stormtrooper helmet was horrible. But the best thing is that Davey Boy Smith is this man's partner. And when he falls through the wall, you hear Davey Boy Smith just losing it in the background. Just, I knew that was going to happen. He fell on his ass. Fantastic.
Even with Sting, with the whole promo, and he was like, you're going to find out he's really shocking. And just fucking...
He was shocking, all right.
Who was that in the match? That wasn't Arn, was it?
That was Fred, Typhoon.
Typhoon.
Tugboat.
Right, Tugboat. And that's why in wrestling they've termed the Shockmaster, which is something in a debut typically that goes wrong.
He was also on Halloween Havoc this past week.
Yeah. I actually I had a Shockmaster moment one time. I was wrestling Brandon Wolf at the ICAW we built this feud for like 5 years. And this was it. This was the big blow off. We'd had the 5 matches here at the same spot, whatever. Super hot feud. This is the end. This is blow off, and I come out for my entrance, and I'd poured too much water on myself and busted my ass all the way down the ramp. And he's in the ring laughing, and I get hit. He's like, "How the fuck did you do that?" And I said, "I don't know, but you're gonna get hit real fucking hard." Guys, that is a list of some of our Halloween-esque gimmick and Halloween fails. Most of them occurring in Halloween Havoc.
Yeah, kind of weird.
We didn't even talk about the Ultimate Warrior Fireball.
Oh my god. Travesty of justice.
So bad. Guys, let us know what you think about all these fails. Give us some that we forgot to talk about. Give us some of your favorite moments. You know how to do that. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ProWrestlingThrowdown. Find us on Twitter at ProWrestlingTD. Send us an email at ProWrestlingThrowdown@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Leave us a comment down below. And stay tuned for the Wreck of the Week. It's coming up right now.